Let's have a peek inside and touch base with Craig Heppel from Ulverston Real Estate right here, right now. Craig, good morning to you.
Good morning, Lee. How you doing?
Well, I'm going okay for a Thursday. Let's play around with words, eh? Rather than to be or not to be, to price or not to price. That is the question this week, isn't it?
I'm going all Shakespeare on everyone. So I'm going to start this. I'm going to throw a quote at you, and it's, "Tell 'em the price, son." Now, anyone who might have lived in Sydney over the last 40 years, I'm originally from Sydney, would have seen the ads on TV for a bloke or a company called The Little Doer.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a father and son team who sold and installed carpets, mainly in Sydney's western suburbs at the time.
I'm not familiar with the ads. Tell us a little bit about the background of it.
Okay, so in that ad, the son would be telling the audience about the quality, the durability, the colour ranges, the extraordinary service, expert laying. And in every few words, the father would chime in and say, "Tell him the price, son." And then again he'd say, "Just tell him the price, son," until eventually the son would blurt out their big special on offer at the time. And the Little Doer's business went ballistic because that catchphrase, "Tell him the price, son," was on everyone's lips and mind. And they now have showrooms all over Sydney and mobile services to boot. And they tapped into the psyche of anyone and everyone who was considering buying carpet. Because everyone thought, well, yeah, how much? Which is what any consumer thinks.
I get a bit of an idea of that. So I guess all consumers really want to know what the business who is offering the service or, say, the product is asking for the service or the product itself.
Exactly. It's what is the ultimate value in it? What am I going to pay for this great service or this great product? So if the business sells plenty of what they have to offer, then it looks like their price or perceived value is bang on. Now, if sales are slow or non-existent, they may have to revisit their price or work out a way to load more value into that product or service. So how do you think businesses fare when they don't display or declare a price? Do you think that frustrates customers?
You bet it does.
Oh, it does. And it applies to selling real estate in spades. Now, there is more than one way to price a home or property, but the most frustrating and repelling way in my books is to have no price at all.
Now, you were telling me off air, your eldest son who lives in Brisbane, he's looking to buy his first home, right?
That's right. And he's searching in that 700 to 800 price bracket. He's got about mid-sevens to spend. However, would you believe that 90% of the listings in the Brisbane area have the price of contact agent, for sale, offers, or similar as their price guide?
Now, this is radio. You can't see me, but I am shaking my head after hearing that.
You as well. Everyone does. And the late November, early December market up there was pretty brisk, but agents wanted to play hide the price, which in equal parts stirs up and frustrates buyers. When asked by buyers, well, how much do they want? Most agents are wishy-washy with their wide ranges and vague guides. It's not the way to do it, my friends. So I find the reason most agents leave the price off is that they're reluctant to have the big price conversation with their clients and suggest a price guide to display to the market. And this is for fear of upsetting their clients and maybe crushing their possibly unrealistic expectations, which might lose them the business. Now, admittedly, on just a handful of occasions, I've gone down the contact agent route, but this was only after a property had sat on the market for too long and the sellers were resisting market sentiment and refused to meet that market.
Almost a tactic of last resort, really.
It really is a tactic of last resort, you're right, Lee. So when it comes to displaying the price to the buying market when selling your home, there are a handful of options. Number one, the full stock price. This is simply displaying a number. So, for example, $489,000. If you go down this path, ensure that the property is priced bang on in line with market sentiment. The next one is a price range. Let's say market evidence shows that your buyers might be attracted to your home and possibly pay a price in the high 400s. A price range of, say, 479 to 499 might get them on the hook. Are you following me, Lou?
I am. What about the offers over method?
This is quite popular as it indicates to buyers that the number displayed is where you, the seller, are willing to start talking turkey. So market evidence shows that your home might sell somewhere in the high 400s, maybe into the low 500s. You might employ a price guide of offers over, best offer over, or from $499, for example. But remember, you can really stretch the friendship of a buyer if, say, they make an offer of $500,000 and you come back with a counter offer of, say, $550. This brings in the no-no tactic of underquoting. Your agent and you should avoid this at all costs. It's misleading.
Craig, you're finding that a lot of buyers are very value-driven in this current market?
Mate, it's the underlying drive of all buyers. It's when people ask me at the moment, Lee, what's the market doing? It's value-driven, pure and simple. And so accurate and fair pricing is critical to get the buyers to pick up a phone, send an email, or attend an open home. And unlike my Queensland counterparts, where I did practice real estate for 16 years, do like the little doer says. Show them the price, son.
Tell them the price. Yeah, exactly. Now, next week, it's going to be our final Peak Inside for the year, isn't it?
It is, mate. So I'm going to make it a special one next week, and I'm going to dust off the crystal ball and make my predictions for the property market and some other economic outlooks for 2024. So don't miss it.
Well, have a great day and a great week, and all the very best for Christmas and the new year. Craig Heppel from Ulverston Real Estate. We'll have another Peak Inside next week.
Thanks.